Chris Landry, segment 2 on a Monday. LandryFootball.com is where you can find his work. Also, Landry Football on X. Chris, want to get some college in here, but one more NFL question. The Saints get Demario Davis back. It looks like he'll finish his career there. But when you look at the Saints and you look at the moves, and the draft still got to play out, the rest of free agency's got to play out, just because this is a Saints-centric area here where we live. A lot of Saints fans. When you look at Kirk Cousins now to Atlanta, you look at Baker Mayfield back with Tampa Bay. We'll see what happens with Carolina. How far are the Saints? Is it fair to say they are third in that pecking order of 4 in that division?
I don't know that I'd say that yet. I still think it's pretty – I think that we need to see how the rest of free agency works out. Now, I could make a case that that's the way it's going to end up being for this reason. The Saints – are not the only one in this situation, but they're in cap jail. They obviously, sure you've talked about it. They redid the deal with Tyrann Mathieu to save money. They're not going to be big players in free agency. They're going to have to draft well, and they're going to have to get bargains in the second wave of free agency. And if they spend money, it's going to be at the peril of, I think, the depth in the overall balance of the roster. So I don't think their situation is all that good, and I do think that the Falcons in Tampa are in better situations to get better. But we need to see who actually does it, and before I'm willing to jump on it. I think that division is still very mediocre. I'm more concerned about how the Saints played and, more importantly, how they did not play. With a new coach in Atlanta, I'd probably be a little bit more – in the new quarterback, I'd probably be more optimistic about the Falcons than the Saints at this point. And we'll go from there and see what the Saints can do. But I'm really concerned about Dennis and whether he's the answer, and I think he's kind of proven at this point that he may not be. But I'm curious to see what Clint Kubiak can do with the offense and whether Dennis can fix some of the issues on defense. I still think the Saints personnel is pretty decent, but again, I think they're in a cap strap situation that's going to make it difficult to get appreciably better. So if you're looking out there for them to make splashes, you're going to be disappointed for the most part.